Well, interestingly, our school started as an all-male college, and now it's a co-ed university, and we have more women than men in the university, but we do not in the finance department. We are, I don't have the numbers off the top of my head, but it's something to the effect that we have one woman to every 10 men in our major, and it's certainly evident in my classroom. And not only that, we might get them because they have to take just the general corporate finance class, but beyond that, to major in the field and to stay in the investment side, it is really difficult. They opt out. I absolutely see the impact in my classroom from girls that somehow got turned off to math. I've heard that's in middle school. I don't know, but I literally have females that come up after my first class, in a class that they're required to take if they're a business major. So they're not even majoring in finance. They have to get through this one class, and they'll say, I'm terrible at math. And I'll say, well, so, we have a lot to learn here. But they already discount their ability to do well in my class on the first day. Mind you, I've done no math the first day. I'll have girls that are in my class. They're second semester seniors. They're fantastic. And they'll tell me they already accepted a job in corporate finance doing financial analysis work. And I'd ask them why. And they'd say, well, I got the offer I had the internship last summer, so I got my first offer then. And then I did the internship and they gave me an offer and I've got my job. So, but aren't you liking this class? And I know that they are. And they're like, oh, I like the class, but I don't know if I want to do this. I'm like, well, why not? And they said, there's a lot of uncertainty. And they just, a lot of women don't like to price risk and that uncertainty piece. And it's so frustrating. I'm like, well, that's the creative side of it. But they have to go out and pitch that then. You're only going to be successful if you decide on an idea and then convince other people. And that's the part they're like, well, it's so uncertain and I'm just not comfortable doing that.
What is it you think that they're uncertain about? What are they saying? The job is uncertain in what way?
Well, their confidence of their ability to price that accurately and all the variables in place, because someone could shoot a hole through one of their theses, right? We're talking about, to be real clear, if I'm teaching them how to do a stock pitch and go out there and try to convince a portfolio manager to buy this idea or to go to their client and explain why they bought a certain stock.
Right.
And when they do that, they're going to have to tell them that they had to make some assumptions and that they had to build a model based on a lot of assumptions, and they're so uncomfortable with that. And yet the men in the room, they're just spewing it out, and they believe it to be true because they just said it. Really, I'm happy to say that in front of any of my male students because they just don't have that same sense of, I've got to have all my ducks in a row, know everything about this before I am willing to speak. This is so unbelievable, but I have freshman boys that find me. I only teach juniors and seniors in graduate school. They find me because they know that I'm connected to the investment business. And they'll come in my office, first semester freshman year, and they'll say, I want to be an investment banker, or I want to be in private equity. And I'll say to them, well, why? That just sounds cool. I'm like, what is that? But the point here is I have never in 30 years had a woman come in as a freshman and say to me, I want to go into investment banking. I want to do private equity. They just don't. They don't know about it. So if we taught them more in high school, I am really interested in getting into the high school. I've been trying to get in to influence about all the opportunities that there are before they opt out. I think it's important for everyone to learn how to budget, save, and invest. But I think if we could reach girls in high school, then they would find that's empowering and that they can do it and do it as well, if not better than a male. The one was saying to me, how can this be creative? What a great question. I said, oh my gosh, that is really what we want, is you to realize you have to be creative. You have to create a story. You have to be able to defend that. And creativity is a lot of uncertainty, if you want to call it that. It's just a way of you thinking that this should be done. But I think that Rock the Street, just introducing these girls to all these issues of personal finance, but also the opportunities for different careers that they don't know about. I know they don't know. I've never had somebody come in to me and say, I want to do this. They don't know. And so we need to get to them early and have them see how cool it is.